Hi, my name is Gijs Levelt. I'm a trumpet player from Amsterdam. You might know me from my work with the Amsterdam Klezmer Band. We are a band who play Eastern European Jewish music, party music, klezmer and Balkan music, but in our own style. We write our own songs. I'm here because I just released my solo album Spoken, and well, I thank Constantin for having me. Well, let me first tell you a bit about myself. So I was born and raised in Amsterdam, and while I've been thinking sometimes like maybe I should move abroad, I never did this, and that was because the scene was so good for me. In Amsterdam, well, Amsterdam is not that big, but it is quite cosmopolitan. And in the Netherlands, there are very good conservatories. So the whole world comes to Amsterdam. When growing up and playing my music, I've been working with people from everywhere, from Turkey, Morocco, from the United States, from Germany, from, well, just name it, everywhere. And I've been really lucky to work in several styles as well. I studied improvised music, but I played pop music, I played jazz, I played improvised music, I played contemporary classical music, I played all kinds of world music, like Turkish music, African music. And I think this is very typical for the Dutch scene. Like many musicians, they play in different styles and they work together. And so there's a lot of cross influence. And for a curious musician, as I am myself, this is really a lucky place to be. So I've been able to work all the time, my whole life, and tour. I work from Amsterdam, but the whole world is my work field. So with the Klezmer Band, we write our own tunes and songs, and the starting point is klezmer music and Balkan music, but also we mix a lot. We work with pop musicians as well, and pop producers, and we work with jazz musicians. So we've been lucky to play and tour a lot. We play about 80 or 90 concerts a year all over the place. Of course, this year it's been less. But we intend to start touring again whenever it is possible. Now, in 2017, I started buying guitar effects pedals. I was inspired by trumpet players who used FX pedals like Miles Davis, of course, or Niels Petter Molvaar, or Nicholas Payton, or John Hassel. There's quite many of them, Kwang Fu. And I was really into like how I've been playing trumpet for like 30 years. How can I extend my toolbox of sounds with the use of electronics? So I started buying these pedals and started experimenting with it. Really had a lot of fun. I started using them in projects also with other artists, especially from other disciplines. Like I created quite a lot of music for theater pieces, especially with my wife. She's a director of plays, Marieke Bijnen. So I created music which I recorded at home or I played live. And also I worked with director Dick Hauser and a visual artist called Jola Hesselberg. So we've been working together, and for me this was really good research, and I developed a lot of stuff. And from all these collaborations, a whole lot of pieces came into existing, like 11 pieces which I recorded at home. When I created the pieces, I set myself some goals. First of all, in most of the music I play, like the music with the Amsterdam Klezmer Band or my jazz projects like Spinifex or Strikat, I always have to play so many notes really fast, high energy. And I thought, wouldn't it be great to make recordings of pieces which are very slow and use less notes? You know, for me this would be really a challenge. Like, how can you make it exciting while you make really relaxed music? So this was one of the challenges. Well, one other thing was using the electronics. The possibilities are quite endless, and when composing or improvising, you have to set yourself limitations, because if not, you will not create anything. So I decided to choose only a few pedals and a few effects and see what I could do with just these few. So now I'd like to show you which effects I used for these recordings, just to give you an idea of my work approach. Okay, where to start? Okay, the first thing I used quite a lot is the Electro Harmonics freeze. What it does, it just records the sound it hears at the moment and then keeps the note going. I'll show you. So this is the freeze. I use this on quite some of the pieces. Then I use the Whammy pitch shifter, which changes the pitch of your notes. I'll show you the sound. It also allows you to make harmonies. Okay, then I also used a looper pedal. Actually, you have quite complex ones, but I used a very simple one. The looper pedal just records what you play and repeats it. I'll show you. And I used a delay. Actually, a delay is just like echo. I'll show you. And then for two of the tunes I used a filter modeler, or a filter which takes like certain frequencies of your sound and mixes them up rhythmically. I'll show you the sound of that. So now I put the sound of the filter into the looper. So that's all the possibilities I used. And just with these 5 effects, I created all the music of my album. which is like 11 tracks. And I just was figuring out all kinds of possibilities and sound and ideas for form, and then just improvised whole pieces. Okay, well, that's about my work process. I really hope you will like my music. Please listen to it. If you like it, share it with your friends. If you're interested, I also put together a playlist of influences of mine, all trumpet players who used FX pedals and that kind of stuff and made really beautiful music. It's called Electronic Amien Jazz Trumpet Playlist. If you look up my name on Spotify, Gijs Levelt, you'll find it. And it has like many great players like John Hassel, Miles Davis, Nicholas Payton, Kung Fu, Dave Douglas. Well, many more. I'll update this list also, so please listen to it. All right. And once again, I'd like to thank Constantin for having me. And well, see you later. Good luck, everyone. Bye-bye.